Hey guys, welcome to the Josh and Tamra Show.
Welcome back to the Josh and Tamra Show here in our studio.
You can't see, but it's a brand new studio. We're super psyched to be back.
It's a pretty sensational studio. We've got the same old desk, but what you guys don't see is a humongous studio, which will one day be filled with a studio audience. We're very excited about that.
Riser action.
We have risers and seats and the whole thing. We hope you guys are doing well.
Yes.
We've missed you terribly.
We did.
As I'm sure you've also missed Tamra terribly.
Yeah.
When my chopped liver. We got a great show for you tonight. Tell them what's going on, Tamra.
Okay, we have a great show. We have a section on homeschool, so if you guys want to know what homeschool is all about, I'm going to break it down for you.
Kind of a big thing right now, so pay attention. Make sure you watch that. We also got
Vinny and Tina Marie stopped by.
Vinny and Tina Marie are stopping by. They're going to be doing some COVID tips and check-ins for us there.
Exactly. And a quick craft with Sally in a new segment called Sally's World.
Very excited. New segment, Sally World. So you guys stick around. You watch the Josh and Tamra Show. Hi guys, Josh here from The Josh and Tamra Show. Not only am I one half of the comedy duo The Josh and Tamra Show, but I'm also the proud husband of a homeschooling family. And in these crazy times, everyone's doing remote learning and there's lots of questions about homeschooling. We thought we'd take some time to actually interview a homeschooler, my lovely wife and comedy partner, Tamra.
Hi.
Tamra, hello. Welcome to Ask a Homeschooler.
I am so happy to be here.
Yes. All the pleasure's mine.
Pleasure is also mine, and I'm very happy to explain anything you have about homeschooling. We've been homeschooling my children. I have two kids, 10 and 6, and I've been homeschooling my eldest since he's been born.
That's
before
right.
this whole homeschooling trend. So,
right. So now that it's a big popular thing and people have tons of questions and they're asking us so many questions about being a homeschooling family, which we have been doing for so many years.
Like 9 years, I guess.
We thought we'd interview Tamra. So I'm going to ask Tamra some questions, interview style.
Yes.
Here we go, Tamra. Are you ready for some questions?
I am ready for a casual interview.
Question number 1. The public wants to know, and I also want to know, tell me about your journey towards homeschooling. Why did you choose homeschooling? And what type of schooling do you prefer to do with your home?
So it seems like a two-part question. So I decided, I guess when my child was born, I live in the West Coast, and I was with a group of amazing women, part of the Holistic Moms Network, and they would tandem nurse and be really crunchy and awesome, amazing alternative things that they would do. And not only that, they're homeschool their children. So right off, I was with a great group of women who were empowering me to, encourage me to homeschool. I had no idea what it was. So I had some excellent guidance from these ladies. And so it was just kind of a natural progression because I thought, when I was younger, I didn't have a choice, but these days you have a lot of choices, a lot of resources out there on YouTube and a lot of parents to model and a lot of different things you can buy, which we can get into later. So the reason why I got into it is I don't know, I had such a great connection with my child and I just felt so weird being like, all right, you're a year old, go to preschool. I won't see you for 5 or 6 hours. It just didn't feel right biologically to me that I had to let him go and I couldn't teach him or guide him in his needs, one-on-one. And I just saw the other ladies do it, so it was really great to see them modeling it. So I guess that I was so lucky and blessed to be in a circle of moms, first of all. And so, I think, what's the second part of that question? There's a second part.
The second part of the question was, what kind of homeschooling do you prefer to follow?
Okay.
I know there's different philosophies, different types of homeschooling. What's your core homeschooling path?
So I guess along the ways that when I first started doing more child-led, when preschool age was very hands-on, very tangible. If he grabbed for something, I just let him stick with it for a little while, I always made sure there was a lot of, I didn't really go towards Montessori vibe or Waldorf type. I had a lot of educational toys, a lot of things on hand. I made a nice little setup when he was in pre-K of, let's say it was like little electronic things where you press to hear the letter sounds around, and like flashcards or like chalk. So like anything he gravitated toward, I let him just immerse himself into that for a while. And so there's not a particular style that at first, people think that homeschool is taking school and bringing it home, and it's totally different. Like what I was doing when I first began the journey versus like 9 years later, I'm kind of like homeschool / unschooling now, which I can get into later. But yeah, there's a lot of curriculum and resources out there that I had to, whenever I had meetups with other moms who were also decided to homeschool their little one, you know, we'd get together and I'd say like, oh, what kind of math are you using? And what do you do? And one of the moms gave me great advice. She's like, he's little, he's in pre-K. Like, let him explore. Don't worry about like forcing things down. If you have, every moment's a teachable moment. And that really struck me as, oh yeah, that's right. And I was so lucky and blessed that my husband, you know, he worked full time and I was a graphic designer, so I would part-time work here and there, but really I was able to focus on my kids, so that's number one. But I know a lot of people who work part-time and they switch their hours to homeschool after their job or you know, on weekends, you know, so like say if they work all during the week, so after work they would teach or help guide their child and then do the rest of the school on weekends. But yeah, Josh?
So in regards to like the scheduling stuff, I understand that we participate in co-ops, and a lot of people are always asking, what are co-ops? Are they just a program where you can go ahead and drop your kid off and it's a drop-off thing? It's almost like a school. What is a co-op and how does that integrate itself into your homeschooling curriculum?
Yeah, sure. So, you know, when you're for a certain age, like I guess pre-K, there's not so much, I mean, there are classes. It depends. Every state or district or every state has its own rules and regulations. So in New York State, you have to submit like it's called IHIP, which is Intent to Homeschool Plan. So you have to send that when they start, I guess when they turn 5. So anything before 5 in New York State, like you don't have to report or send in or keep track of. So I guess let me just start off by saying for pre-K, for co-ops, there's not too much. It's usually you do co-ops for kids who are like 5 and up because, you know, it's actually, it's like extracurricular educational classes inside the co-ops. And usually co-ops are either created or formed by moms who have the like need to fulfill that for their child. So let's say I create a co-op and then you say, hey, do you want to like do a co-op with me? And the other mom has a background in like science, let's say, and I have a background in math, or maybe I don't even have, another mom may not even have a background in anything. She just wants to maybe help out organizing, hiring a teacher for a co-op. So like you get a couple moms together. Sometimes it's just one mom who's a super awesome warrior mom who does everything, not necessarily a team thing. And you have, you know, you organize, you put an email blast like, or who wants to be a part of this group? And people come in and they create ideas like, oh, you know, it'd be great if we have a whole list of, anybody have lists of ideas of classes. Oh, I could teach an art class, or I could teach a photography class, or I could teach a puppetry class, or I know this guy who does a STEM class, let me give you his contact. So it kind of comes together, and you pick a day and a time and a place. Sometimes people pay, I mean, before COVID, like you can rent out a space or a church or a library time, or a school that when it's like off hours, or someone's backyard. It doesn't matter. It could be a really big group of 20. It could be a small group of 5. So you can either sit and make a meeting time. It could be from 1 to 4. It could be a couple-hour co-op. And sometimes even once you have a schedule, you could pick like from 1 to 2, we're doing photography. 3 to 4, we're doing art history. You know, 5 to 6, the Lego STEM guy is going to come in. So you can make a nice schedule. And there are also a Facebook group page you can make and name your co-op. It would be a fun thing to do, is like naming your co-op. So that's how you kind of can create your own co-ops, which I encourage because a lot of people are not finding their communities, and it's really crazy times, and they're calling or creating pods, which I never really heard of in the homeschool community. I think pods are something new that actually public school parents who no longer want to bring their child to school are creating pods, like learning pods. So I think pods and co-ops are similar, but it's a different. So yeah, you could do it multiple ways. Yeah, you don't have to just do it one way.
So I feel like the homeschool thing is pretty specific on what activities take place in the home for learning. What's the difference between that? What's the difference between homeschooling and unschooling?
Okay, that's a whole. Well, were you going to ask maybe homeschooling and remote learning?
No, like
Because remote learning
what's
is
unschooling mean?
So let me just explain. So homeschooling is not necessarily modeling the classroom. So it's more flexible. It's like college in a way. You can create your child's schedule around your schedule. So say, and also because you're a homeschooler, there's really cool things like there's Facebook groups that are other moms create. Like one's called like I think Westchester homeschoolers, where people post like, hey, we're gonna go to the museum on Friday. Who's in? So it's like college, like all these really amazing events pop up, and as a mom, you're like the kid's momager in a way where you're like, oh my gosh, so-and-so's doing like a forest hike on Friday at 1 to 3, like, and you look in your schedule, you're like, oh, does it fit into my schedule? So not only are you involved in co-ops, there's also extracurricular amazing things happening in your local communities. You have to look into your Facebook groups. And I know you have a question, but so like for instance, some mom popped up like, who in my town or surrounding area is interested in a soccer pop-up for $25 per kid? So like I saw so many people reply, so you can always just hop onto these Facebook homeschool pages and post anything, questions about homeschool, or create your own event and get a bunch of people to hop on.
Since there's so much ground to cover
There's
and
so much ground.
information
Yeah.
to do, we're going to be running a quick title card at the end of this with a bunch of websites that you guys can go to check out. But quickly, we're going to do a fast speed round with some other frequently asked questions of homeschoolers. Tamra, are you ready for your speed round?
I am absolutely ready.
All right, try to answer
this is
these
like
questions.
a two-part
Try to
thing.
answer these questions as fast as you can, because we
Okay.
got a lot of questions,
Okay.
not a lot of time.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
What about socialization?
Okay. What about it? It's nonstop socialization. It should be called like never homeschool, because like we do our schoolwork at a certain amount of time, and then you go and you do your extracurricular like a chess club or a theater club or your basketball, your local rec basketball. So it's like we're always constantly doing stuff and involved in many different kind of communities. So.
Next question. Do you need an education background to be a homeschool teacher?
No, you do not. Every single curriculum that you have comes with a teacher manual. And I mean, up until maybe you get to like a high school level, I don't know how much of high school I remember, like calculus and all that. But programs come with self-explanatory things you can read, or at that point, your high schooler can read the instructions himself. And also often curriculum comes with videos or sometimes a disc, or it's online, YouTube, that correlates with the book. So everything's self-explanatory.
Great job. Next question. Is homeschooling only for religious people?
No, it's for religious people, secular people, anything. There's different curriculum for different types of things that fits your needs, because everybody homeschools differently. I have a piece of paper here. There's traditional homeschooling, there's Charlotte Mason style, there's unit studies, there's classical education, there's online learning, and there's Charlotte Mason, Oak Meadow. There's like all these different. You have to know your child. Each child's different. So if one child's doing this curriculum, maybe a different one will use a different one. And as you go and you talk to moms and you look through curriculum online and sort through it on YouTube, you could pick the best one for your child.
Very interesting. What about sports?
Sports, anything. You can create your own. Like I said, as a group, like your mom's like one of the moms are like, hey, let's create a soccer group, or you could go to your local rec or any like sports place community and sign them up. In
10 seconds or less, walk me through the typical day of a homeschooling family.
Okay.
You wake up in the morning.
So everybody. That's the funny thing, because it's not a typical homeschool family. Everybody does it differently. Some people wake up late. Some people wake up early. Some people do unschooling, which is having their child lead them into like what they want to do. Sometimes unschooling is like they know they have to do school it's child led. So it's like you can't just say this is what everybody's looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, well, for me, we wake up, we have breakfast. Automatically, they play piano because I just have that instilled in their schedule. I have a nice thing on the board which they check off as they do it, and then when we're done, we're done. Sometimes they want to take a couple breaks during the day. That's fine. We have a nice backyard with a basketball hoop, so like if they want to just take a break and play basketball, or just my son loves rocks, so he has a rocks, those little geodes. He wants to like break them open. Like I'll just have him take a little break. So it's not necessarily like to the book. Let's get it done. there's a lot of breathing room within homeschooling, and learning happens in between the breathing room. So it's not such a typical like let's get it done. Sometimes I'm done at 5, sometimes I'm done at 1. It depends on the day.
And finally, what's the best way for a new family who's considering homeschooling to get started? What's a good first step?
First step is find a community. Go on YouTube, go on Facebook, and find a community and ask a lot of questions. And then you could figure it out what suits your family best.
Thank you, Tamra, king of the homeschool, Tamra, right here on the Josh and Tamra Show.
Am I supposed to slap you 5?
Give me 5. Check out these links that we're going to post right now to get you guys started on some homeschooling, and good luck.
Bye.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
How's it going?
It's me. It's Vinny. Can you recognize me? You can't recognize me.
Yeah, your loud voice. Everybody knows it's Vinny.
Yeah. So, listen. It's nice to see you guys. I hope everybody's doing well. Today?
Can you breathe?
Okay, yeah, I can breathe.
You all right?
Yeah. I got my gob on today because Vinny, Tina Marie, we're going to do a public service for you guys. We're going to tell you guys about proper mask usage, safety, and we're going to do a mask review.
We have a variety of masks here to show you.
Because not all masks are created equal. And most of you idiots, you're wearing it at the wrong time, improperly, and not at all.
Yeah, or like this, but here. How is that going to help you?
So come on, guys.
You're
Understand
cooking.
something.
This guy's cooking at a deli. His nose is out.
All of a sudden, it's like the one place I would get my bagel in the morning. His one responsibility is to cover his freaking face. What's he doing? Nose out.
You're going to get a Corona bagel.
It's like me walking around with my penis out of my pants. Can I get a closer for a second? Keith, look, guys, let me ask you something.
This guy.
You want to live? You want to die?
You want to die?
It's up to you. Come on. Give me, I got 1 second. I got 2 seconds on this thing. It's a short segment. Let me tell you something. You guys, don't be stupid, okay? Put the mask on, wear it properly. I'm going to help you out right now. Here we go. Let's do a quick mask review, okay?
We don't have to wear one because we've been hibernating together.
Yeah, we've been quarantined.
That's it, quarantining.
All right, look at this one.
That's major. That looks like you're going to do a paint job on a wall.
What you got here?
Are you okay?
Can you hear me? Keith, can you hear me? What you got here?
That looks like you have asbestos problem.
This is, all right, look. See this mask? Get a good look at it, all right?
It's beautiful.
This is a big, all right?
Oh, really?
Let me tell you why.
Why?
This is a half face piece reusable respirator.
Take a breath. Take a breath.
It's a little hard to breathe in this thing.
Okay.
This is a respirator mask, okay? It's got your 3M HEPA filters, all right? Now this is, you know, obviously a really heavy duty mask. It's going to help you with lots of stuff, but it's not going to help you against COVID, all right? Because that's not what this thing's made for. This thing's for like toxic gases and like aerosol sprays when you're spray painting something.
But
when you're painting the house,
Corona
something, you wear something
toxic
like
though?
this.
Isn't Corona toxic?
Corona's not toxic. Corona is passed by the lipid membrane that comes out of the spit, all right? So something like that's not going to help you. Even though this is, you know, rated by the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health.
It looks
all right?
pretty,
I just
pretty
want you to know
solid,
it's official.
You're not supposed to wear these
Now
apparently.
Look, this is what we like. We like these.
Oh, look at that.
All right?
Quick and easy.
This is a 3-layer, pleated, sponge-bonded, propylene, anti-fog sweatbands got across the bridge, and it meets the FDA requirements in the CFR code 21.
For a second, I thought you were going to say SpongeBob.
Nah, SpongeBob SquarePants got nothing to do with this.
I thought you were going to say that.
Polypropylene.
I hear you better with that one.
Easy.
This,
Done.
You can't hear Josh
Surgical
so
mask.
much with that.
You wear this anyway. This is the kind that they wear in like a dentist's office. It's the most popular brand, the light blue. You look for it, you get this. You get this, you put it in your face, all right?
You have halitosis, which means bad
Now,
breath.
Look,
Nobody can smell your breath.
Let me talk to you guys about something. This guy, all right? This guy. This is the 3M respirator.
It's like a double Dutch.
This is what they call the N95.
Look at
These things go for $300 a box right now. You crazy?
Are you kidding me?
You crazy? They don't even help you. You want to know why?
Why?
Because they're made for sawdust. They're made for dust. They're not made for spit, all right? I can spit all day inside this thing. You're not going to get sick. You can spit on me all day. I'm not going to get sick. But they're expensive, and the healthcare providers need them.
Right.
So please don't buy these, and don't use these. They're not going to do nothing for you.
Yeah, if you throw these away, like, you know how many people, you know, what is it, like in the ocean? This is going to be on like a seal's beak.
All right, this is your close cousin. This is your close cousin. This is also an N95 without the respirator.
It says warning. What does it say? Warning.
Warning. Don't use it because it's only used for sawdust. It's not going to do nothing for you. It's also hot and uncomfortable.
All right.
Give me a break.
I didn't know how many variety of masks
There's a lot of varieties. Now, this
is
the one that I like to call one the coffee filter. This is the KN95.
Wow, you're educated in these things.
KN95, all right? Everybody likes these. They're a little bit cheaper. Go ahead, buy yourself a box. You sell them at the deli. There's nothing wrong with this. Go ahead and wear it if it makes you feel better. It's a little hot in the heat, but now that it's cold out. The number one thing that I like?
This is great. Look
cotton.
At you. It matches your outfit.
Look at that. It's like they knew that I was coming and they wanted me to wear something nice.
It's beautiful.
It comes in white.
Oh, I like that.
These look like undies.
Is that like organic? Does it come in organic?
Organic white cotton, organic black cotton.
Look at that.
Rewash, reuse, no problem. This?
Wait, can I ask you a question real
This
quick?
thing?
Wait, can I ask you a question?
Look
Can I
at
put like a nice little lip patch, like if I buy the lips, you know, the Rolling Stones, can I put that there?
Yeah, go ahead, do that.
Okay.
That'd be nice.
Okay.
But let me tell you something. Unless you're riding on a horse and you're robbing a bank, this doesn't do anything.
Really?
All right, so stop wearing these things.
But it covers your mouth.
Nah, it's a bandana.
Whatever.
It's got no
It covers-
filtration process whatsoever.
How does this? It's the same thing. It's fabric.
That's double knit, double layered cotton. This is a piece of crap. It doesn't do anything,
You're
and
like-
you look stupid.
You know.
You guys want to look stupid or you want to look professional, huh?
Well, people want to look fashionable.
So save yourself a life,
Look at
all right?
you,
Go
look
get
at this,
yourself a
Vinny.
box of these. They're available at all the 7-Elevens, all the corner stores. Don't do this. Don't wear them when you're jogging.
Yeah.
Come on.
If you're
Why
out-
you? What are you? What's wrong with you guys?
If you're outside, breathe fresh air.
If you're on a park bench by yourself,
Well, wait.
if you're walking down the street,
Wait.
if you're riding a bike,
Don't
if
wear
you're
it.
going jogging, you don't need a mask.
6 feet though.
All right, 6 feet. Keep a distance. We're close because we've been like next to each other like this whole time.
Get some breath, fresh air.
Right. So treat your neighbors right. Wear your mask.
Wear one of these.
Go ahead and vote in 2020. Good luck to you guys. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Hi guys, welcome to Sally's World. I'm here today to teach you about clocks and time. Does everybody out there know how to count to 12? Can you count to 12 with me?
Yeah, they can count. Everyone can count to 12. Ready? Watch this.
Okay.
1,
Good.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Look at how he's
11,
11, 12. Good job, everybody.
Good job, everybody. And clocks, all there is on a clock are 12 numbers. And I have a really fun craft for you to do if you're interested. So all you need are one big piece of construction paper, and you need a paper plate, a glue stick, and one of these really cool little round-headed fasteners that open up and it splits because we're going to connect the hands of the clock onto the paper plate. And now, when I say hands of a clock, I don't mean a hand of a clock.
No, why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense.
Right?
Clocks can't use hands.
No, all we have, this is hands on the clock. Does this look familiar? This is on a clock that's called analog. It's how you tell time. And digital clock is something else. It looks like a computer with actual numbers. That is the digital clock. But today
Right.
we're making it a really cool super analog clock.
Sounds good to me. How does one make a super analog clock,
So,
Sally?
all you have to do is get a big piece of construction paper, any color. I chose orange because it's my favorite color. What color did you choose?
I picked red because I like that one too.
Yeah, your shirt's red too.
That's right.
So all you have to do is cut 12 little squares or rectangles, up to you, or circles. You could be creative.
Yeah, which shouldn't be too hard for you because you just counted to 12, so you guys already got a leg up.
And then,
Let's do this.
And then all you have to do is put the numbers 1, 2 on each one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All on your little squares to prep. And then you have to cut out 2 super cool hands. They're not hands. It's called hands on the clock and arrows. So I made one smaller and one bigger. Do you know why, Grandpa?
No, why, Sally?
What do you think?
Because, you made a mistake and you cut one by accident. The wrong. Because, I don't know, because this one's far superior to this one. That's why. He's bigger. This guy's little fry, little arrow. Big arrow is the best.
That's a good guess. But guess what?
What?
On the hands on the clock, if they both are the same size, it'll be hard to tell the difference. So one is longer. The longer one is the minutes. And then the hour is the shorter.
Gotcha.
So when it's up like this, you say 12 o'clock. It'll be 12 o'clock when it's up straight like that. Can everybody say 12? Well, actually, this is not 12 o'clock. This is 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
And I'll show you why in a second. We're just going to glue ours really quickly. So you always start off with the 12 up at the top. I'll show you. So you put number 12 right here. And then you start 1, 2, 3. So, Grandpa, we're not sniffing glue,
Oh,
okay?
just
We're
checking for
It
fragrance.
doesn't have any smell. It's unscented, and it's very, very safe and non-toxic.
Good.
So you take the glue, and then you put it up at the top, and you glue the number 12.
12 at top.
Here's
Copy
the fun.
that.
Here's the fun part to make sure it's super aligned. So you do the 12 first, then you
Yeah.
get the 3, and
3.
you put it right on the corner.
3 on
And
the
then you
corner.
put a number 6 on the bottom.
6 on the bottom.
And then you put 9 right opposite that 3.
How do I know the difference between a 9 and a 6?
Well, a 9, you do like a magic C up and down. That's a
Oh,
9.
did I do it? I did it.
So perfect. You hold it, yeah, like this. And then
Gotcha.
all you do is you fill in the numbers in between to make sure it's
All right,
evenly
here
spaced.
it goes.
So right after the 12, you put the 1.
1.
1.
Wait, let me guess.
And then
2.
you put the 2 right before the 3.
Right.
And then you put another one right after the 3.
4.
And then 4. And then you put the 5.
I hope the kids at home are doing this with us.
Yeah.
5.
And if any point, you can always pause, rewind to keep
7
up.
after
7,
6.
8, 9,
8.
10, and then 11,
10.
12. There, you got a nice
Wow,
clock.
look at that.
And all you have to do is take the minute and the hour hand, and you take your little pin and you put it right through both pieces. Make sure it's secure. You might want a parent to help you that so you don't get maybe like hurt.
How's that? Minute over hour.
Minute over hour, and then you put it right in the center of the clock. Good
Like
job,
that.
Grandpa. You got it. You got it.
Almost got
So
it.
look, you see, you put it right through the center of the clock. It goes right through, and guess what?
Ah,
This thing separates, and then it holds it into place
like that.
like that. And then look, guys, you got
Hey, I made a
yourself
clock.
a quick clock.
Wow, wait, what time is it in real life right now?
I don't know.
I'm gonna
Let's say
say
it's 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
So you put the hour, because that's the hour, and the minute is 12. Whenever it's at the 12, you say, oh, clock. Can you say, oh, clock?
Oh, clock. Holy moly, clocky doodle. Look
I
at
hope
this guy.
you guys have fun, and you feel free to use multiple colors, or you don't have to just use one color, but have fun with doing your craft.
Wow, thanks, Sally. Have fun, kids.
I hope you guys learned a little. Have a good day.
Bye-bye. See you next time.
I get it. You're funny.
Well, you know what's great about this show?
Yeah.
Not only is it fun, it's also educational.
Educational. You'll learn, not just laugh, but you can learn. That's what I took away from today.
Laugh and learn, our mantra for 2021
And guess
coming up ahead
what?
of us.
Not only just laughing, learning mantras, you can see us live in Westchester. If you're watching this in Westchester, if you're not, come on down. It's in Dobbs Ferry at
Right.
the library.
On
There's
the
a
waterfront.
comedy show, October 10th. Outside Under the Stars. Go to dobbsferrylibrary.org for details. There's only 50 seats available.
Right, so you got to book early. It's outside. It's going to be an
Outside.
awesome, fun stand-up comedy night outside on the riverbanks
Yes.
of the Hudson River in Dobbs Ferry. So please check that out.
Not just us, stand-ups. It's going to be great.
It's going to be good. Check it out. And if you guys missed anything tonight and you want a review, you can always check us out at youtube.com/The Josh and Tamra Show to see all of our amazing stuff. All the stuff we did in quarantine in our house is also up there on the website. And all of the amazing clips that we do right here in the studio is also available.
You
so
can just
check it
subscribe
out.
to our YouTube channel and get updates right away.
So, nice seeing you guys.
Nice
Thanks
to
for
see you.
joining
Have
us.
a good night.
Catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.